What's going on, guys? Today we're going to do an unboxing and tutorial video of the Testo smart probes. This is the case that they come in. It is a hard foam wrapped in a cloth material case, zipper case. Pretty small, pretty compact. Open it up. And this is what you're going to see inside. You're going to have your instructions, of course, and you're going to have two sets of probes, two clamps, and two temperature transducers. And here you're going to get some stickers. Basically what these are for is you're going to dedicate which probes are going to be high pressure or low pressure, and then you can add these stickers to them as an easy way of identifying which is which. Also, and it gives you a lot of stickers in case they peel off. Also, they come with these lanyards that you can attach. You have a little eyelet right here, so you can just attach the lanyard if you're hanging them from a bag or anything like that. So that is pretty much what they come in. You have little places here that you can store extra batteries for the probes. They take AAA batteries. You just unscrew this back. And there's your 3 AAA batteries. So very simple. Just gotta line this back up. I'm looking through the camera, so bear with me. There you go. Screw that back on, and you're good to go. So that's what the Testo smart probes come with straight out of the box. So we're going to go ahead and turn them on and look at the app. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the probes. All you have to do, these are the transducers, just click the button once and you'll see the amber light come on and they'll begin to flash, and basically they're just looking for the app now to connect to. Same thing with the temperature clamps. So everything is turned on, looking for the app, and we are just going to click the smart probe app and let that open. Be the main screen you're going to see. Typically what I use is you can just go to a basic view, and that's going to bring up your sensors. You can already see these little numbers here it gives you: 909, 222, 877, and 189. If you look on the back, these are going to be the serial numbers, so you'll know which probe is which. And as you can see, I've never used the app on this particular device, so as you can see, everything's in Celsius, reading in bars versus PSI. So depending on what measurements you prefer, you can go down to this little gear down here, click that, and it's going to give you a couple different options. You can edit your view, and basically what that means is you're going to be able to change what settings your probes have. So you're going to go in here, hopefully you can see this, but you can see we're at Celsius, so all we would do is click, and then you can change to Fahrenheit. Same thing with bar, you can change to PSI, and we'll do the same over here. PSI, Fahrenheit. So now we're good to go there. We'll just click OK. And now you can see we're reflecting degrees Fahrenheit and pressure in PSI. If you click this drop down bar up here, it'll come back to that main screen. Usually when I'm checking the refrigerant charge, I'm typically using either the AC plus refrigeration mode or the target superheat. AC refrigeration mode is going to give you this screen. Again, since I haven't opened this part of the app, I would need to go in and change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, or whichever measurements you prefer. And if we go back, the target superheat is going to be a very similar screen, almost identical, but if you click the gear, then you can go to configure measurement, and it's going to give you an option to enter your outdoor dry bulb and your return air wet bulb. Those are going to give you your calculations for your superheat. So if we just leave those numbers in, click OK, you can see it gives us a target superheat down there. Very, very simple. But in a nutshell, that's going to be it. There's many more features of the app, but as far as the pressure probes, refrigerant probes, that's going to be about it. Alright, so we got our app, we got everything set up, all of our probes are linked in, and as you can see right now our pressures are at 0. You want to make sure, because these probes are not temperature compensated, you want to make sure when you turn them on that they are zeroed. If they happen to be off in the negative or in the positive, that's normal. Don't be discouraged. It's just because they don't compensate for temperature. So if they're in a hot or cold vehicle or in a hot or cold climate, the pressures can change a little bit. So if you do have to zero them, it's very easy. All you do is hit the little gear down here. You can go to zero pressure sensors. It's going to tell you to make sure that they're not connected to anything. You want to make sure they're open to ambient pressure. Hit OK, and it will zero the gauges. But we're going to go ahead, I'm going to set this down and we're going to hook up the probes. Now if you're just hooking up the probes and you're not doing anything with adding or removing refrigerant, or you don't have a tight area to hook them up, then you're just going to hook up the probes just as you see them here. For areas that are tight, confined spaces, or if you're adding or removing refrigerant, I recommend getting yourself some sort of access tee, charging tee. You can get this one from TruTech Tools. This is a CPS finger tight swivel tee. I use them on all the different smart probes that I have, and you can get 2 of them for under $20 on TruTech Tools. So this is what you would hook up if you're adding or removing refrigerant or in a difficult access. I'm not using it here. I'm just going to show you how to hook the probes up with what comes in the case. And I put the stickers on mine on the bottoms. I found that when I put the stickers on the front from just handling the probes, that the stickers will fall off a lot easier. When I put them on the back here, they don't get knocked around as much, so they seem to last there a lot longer. But you take low pressure, obviously. Screw her on there. Liquid probe. I'll grab our 2 temperature clamps. And the only thing with these, you have a thermistor, so you just want to make sure that this thermistor comes in good contact with the pipe, not on any bends or any dents or dimples in the pipe. Make sure it's on a good contact spot. Now that our probes are hooked up, we can go back to the tablet and you can see our pressures and everything on there. And as you can see, we have a crazy amount of superheat, and that's only because if you look up in this top corner, hopefully the camera will focus, you can see it says H2O. So we're going to click that. This is going to give you your drop down bar of all the different refrigerants. So we're going to go to 410A. 410A, click that, go down, hit continue, and that's going to change all our numbers. Again, hopefully there's not too much of a glare, but now you can see our numbers. So in a nutshell, that's how you hook them up. Again, you have the access tee for difficult areas that I suggest getting. You can also get a 6-inch refrigerant hose with a ball valve. Those work well for tight spaces as well. But other than that, we are going to move on to the range, the Bluetooth range. So let's see how they perform. For the distance test on the Bluetooth range, basically what we're going to do is I have the probes just sitting in their case. Not sure how well you're going to be able to see, but they are connected. Obviously not reading anything, but they are connected. There you go. You can see the green lights flashing. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to try this to make it as accurate as possible. What we're going to do is we're going to try a couple different devices. The iPad I'm also going to do on an Android tablet and also an Android phone, and just kind of get an average. We're going to do it multiple times. I'm going to show the first one on video, and after that we're just going to do 2 or 3 more. Once we walk it out, I'm just going to start walking this way because we got the longest. It's well over 300 feet, so that should be plenty of distance. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk with the iPad out until I lose connection. We're going to mark that. We're going to do it with each device at least once, and then give you an average range of the Bluetooth. So we're going to go ahead and start walking, and we'll see where we end up. So far we're about 20-25 feet away, line of sight. And again, we're going to measure this so it won't be guessing. We are still connected. Getting pretty far away now. Hopefully you can see everything is still there. Whoop. As soon as I said that, we lost T1. So since we lost one probe, I'm going to call this the distance right here. And we'll go ahead and do this a couple more times with a couple different devices and see what our average is for the Testo. So here was that first distance that I filmed for you guys. There's my mark. And hopefully you can see right there, that is 60 feet. There's 59 feet. So our first test of the Bluetooth range, line of sight for the Testo Smart Probes, is 60 feet. We'll see what the next are. And this is with the iPad. And you can see we've lost both T1 and T2, but our pressure probes are still reading. But since we lost the first one, that's where I'm cutting it off at the distance. So we'll do the same thing a couple more times and see what we come up with. All right, guys, I wasn't going to video a second one of these, but I got some pretty impressive Bluetooth range with the Testo, so I just wanted to document it. As you can see, we got the same setup here. Got it hooked up to the phone now. This is just a Samsung, it's an old S5. Our probes are still connected. You can see our green lights flashing. So we're going to go ahead and walk again. It's getting a little breezy out here, so I apologize. Again, this is line of sight testing. It's just the easiest way to be consistent. Hopefully you can see the screen. And that was our original mark right there with the iPad at 60 feet. And we are still connected, folks. We'll keep on walking. And I'm walking pretty slow because if you just march it out, you could lose signal several feet away from where you actually started losing your Bluetooth signal. We're still good. And I got my buddy Josh rolling the tape out. Let's see where we're at right now. 83 feet. Really hope you guys can see this screen. There's a really big glare on it, but hopefully you can see all the probes are still on. And we are getting pretty far away. So we'll continue on. Sorry, I couldn't see from the glare, but we lost T1 and T2. So I'll just come back a couple feet just to be devil's advocate. we'll come back here. 90 feet with test 2. So, and you can see my pressure probes are still on there and they are still reading. So that's where I'm going to call this one. 90 feet for the second one. We're going to use one other device and then we'll give you an average distance between the three. So far, very impressed.